This is Barry. He says when it comes to dating, mother knows best. Yesterday, he told us which of these three women he picked as his date. Today, we'll meet that woman and find out what happened on their date. And this is Candy. She says she loves to watch a man shave. Which of these men did she choose? Which will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here's the host of Love Connection, Chuck Woolery.
Thank you, and welcome to the show. Let's get started by meeting our first guest. Now, he's from New York. He doesn't want a woman who's overly concerned with her image. He does want a woman who likes to hold hands in public and enjoys slow dancing. But before he gets serious, he wants his mother's approval. Please welcome Barry Jones. Hey, Barry. Oh, have a seat. Now, yesterday you told us that your mother is usually right about women.
Yes.
Give us an example of her advice.
Her advice to me about women. Well, my mother always told me if you're going to be going out with women, try to get the type of woman who is nice, the type of woman who likes to stay home, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink. I say, Mom, do you want me to marry a woman or a nun? You can't have both.
What's this image thing that you talk about?
The image thing?
Yeah.
Well, usually the image thing with me when it comes to the type of woman I'm looking for, it's like a woman who's not too overly aggressive, the type of woman that is understanding and does not want to present herself like, if you go out to a restaurant, there's like, I'm trying to impress the waiter. And it's usually the type of woman who is, like, hey, you don't have to impress anybody. Just me, that's all that counts. And usually I'm looking at a woman to say, hey, all she's concerned about is that particular guy that evening, and that's it.
So you want a woman who's secure with herself and
Exactly.
is comfortable with you.
Exactly.
Why didn't you just say it that way, Barry?
Good question, Chuck.
Let's bring everybody up to date on what happened yesterday. We showed the audience Barry's three choices. They voted on which one they thought would be best for him. Let's take a look at all three of them again. First was Villa. Now, she's from Kansas City. She enjoys fishing. She wants a man who loves children. Then Corey, and here she comes. She's from Atlanta. She says she's always dancing, and she loves to be spoiled on a date. And finally, you watched Yutha, and she enjoys reading and playing her trumpet. And she doesn't mind picking up the tab on a date, so she says.
Exactly.
Now, the audience vote was recorded yesterday. We're going to get to that a little bit later. But right now, Barry's going to remind us who he chose. Barry?
Okay, I chose Villa.
Villa. All right. Now, Villa's backstage. Let's say hello to Villa Power. Hey, Villa. How are you, Villa?
Great.
Good.
Hi, Barry.
Hello, how are you, doll?
Wonderful.
All right.
We're going to get back to you in just a minute, Villa, okay?
Sure.
Hang on just a second. Tell us about the date, Barry.
Well, the date began first off by, I had some car problems, so I had called Villa up, and I told Villa I didn't know if on, this particular night we would be able to go if we had to use my car. So she opted to say, well, hey, that's no problem. She had some appointments, but she'd be more than happy to drive from where she lives to come over and pick me up. And then we went to a restaurant.
Nice dinner?
Before we got to the restaurant, we was in the car and we were starting to talk, and it was like basically what she wants to do and what I want to do, et cetera, et cetera.
You getting along okay? I'm not too sure at this point.
Oh, yes, I have. Well, see, I haven't called her because one of your associates on the show said, don't call up
That's
the
right.
date.
Not supposed to do that.
Exactly.
No.
So I said, I'm not going to call. And it's pretty tempting if you have a woman's number and you want to call. I was thinking of everything to do.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's get back to the date, though. I mean, you
Yeah,
gotta watch Barry, man. He'll get away from you every now and then. He makes a hard left.
About the date. What
Okay, now
happened?
you go to dinner and you talk at dinner.
Right.
And you go through dinner and it's great. Is it good?
The dinner was excellent, except, see, when we got to the restaurant, Villa had stated that
Yes.
she was like vegetarian.
Yeah. Did you know?
Okay.
You didn't know that.
So I said, oh no. Because I originally was thinking of a restaurant that had prime ribs of beef.
Yeah, a lot of broccoli
And then
asparagus.
and then I said vegetarians, it's like I don't know what I could possibly
Lychee
do
nuts,
next.
that kind of stuff.
I
Yeah.
enjoy fish very much, so we
Oh, she
ended
made
up...
fish.
Yes, fish and vegetables.
Oh, that's no problem. Okay, so do you have
so-
fish and vegetables?
Right, and then we had some wine, so at least I knew when we had the wine and stuff that, she wasn't as a vegetarian like vegetarian.
I could tell Barry wasn't much of a drinker, too, because when the wine did arrive, I ordered Liefermilch. And after it sit there a while, Barry couldn't tell the wine from the water. It's kind of funny.
Well, you had a good time, though, huh? How'd the date end?
We decided we was going to go over to my place. So we got to my place, and when we got into my place, before I could turn the key into the thing, Villa had mentioned something about celibacy. So I said,
Well, I just wanted to warn him because I'm really not into sex at this time, and I'm very serious about. I'm very serious about my stance
What? You're
on
not
sex.
what? I'm sorry, I really didn't hear you. What did you say?
I'm celibate.
Oh,
Totally
yeah.
abstain from sex.
So you got.
So I resorted
you got a
to music.
vegetarian celibate.
Yeah, right. So I'm saying, what else can happen now? You say, when do you call your mother? Ma, I didn't even pick up the phone.
Sounds like just the kind of girl your
Your
mom
mother
would
wants
like.
you to have a nice
Exactly.
girl, right?
Yeah, sounds like the kind of girl your mom would like. I mean, what time did you leave?
I left about 6. After
About
I got
6, good.
about 6
Yeah, that's
o'clock.
good.
So as I can
Don't
tell you,
forget,
the
I didn't
music
get
helps
there
every
until
now and
after
then,
10:30. I made it to his apartment around a little after 10:30.
Yeah. So how did it end? Now, Barry?
Well, it finally ended where we said, okay, we had a wonderful time, and we hope sometime we can do it again. And I said, you know, I can understand the things you believe in and the things you want to do. And with women, you got to go their direction. I can't sit there and go head to head and call it a date. It doesn't become that. Then it becomes like if I would be talking
Did you
to
kiss her goodnight?
her mother-in-law and stuff like that. Yes, I did.
Was it a good kiss, or was it just
It
kind
was
of...
a good kiss.
Wasn't a vegetarian
It was
kiss?
better than
It
the
was a mild
handshake that we
kiss.
started out with in the beginning of the
It
evening.
was a very mild kiss,
A
a
mild
friendly
kiss.
kiss, yes.
She says mild.
It was a sincere kiss. A meaningful
Mild,
kiss.
sincere kiss. Let's take a look and see what the audience thinks of you. The audience chose Corey, 95%. My word. Interesting. Gee, Manine. Well, if you want to take our audience's advice, you know how it works. If you want to take their advice, we'll pay for a date if you want to go out with Corey.
What should I do?
Yeah, that's the...
That's always been the $64,000
You should follow your
question.
heart. That's what you should do.
My heart tells me I should go out with Villa.
Then
And I
that-
love you, audience.
Then that's what you want to do.
But
That.
Villa would be the one, yes.
Yeah.
In my heart.
all right with you, Villa?
That would be fine with me.
She sounds really excited, huh?
Villa, don't cry, please.
Go on out, Villa. Now, you two are going out again, right? How should Barry get prepared for the next date, Villa?
Well, I would think next time Barry shouldn't wear blue jeans.
That's about it.
I won't.
And
Promise.
I think he could work enough on sophisticating his image a little more and
Maybe I should take a charm
maybe
school
talk
course.
a little softer, not so loud.
See what happens when you come from New York? Your voice just...
What do you think? Do you have any suggestions for Villa?
For Villa? Be on time.
We have a nice gift for both of you. Thank you very much for being on the show. We're going to come right back with another couple in just a minute. Stay with us.
Another sleepless night. Introducing sugar-free chewables for gentle nighttime support. Gentle 1 milligram or 2 milligram dose. Vegan, gluten-free, and family-friendly. One for you, one for them. Rest comes easy. Wake up refreshed and ready for the day. From bedtime calm to morning smiles. Frida Melatonin. Chewable, sugar-free calm.
Little Bo Peep had lost her sheep. Maybe because her team was stuck doing office work. What if she'd used the smart buying tools on Amazon Business? They help you work more efficiently, so you can focus on bigger things.
I'm so fancy. You already
Not so little anymore. Amazon Business, your partner for smart business buying.
Watch free national and local news on Prime Video.
The newsmakers right here facing all the tough questions.
We've got you covered every step of the way.
We are living in an extraordinary period.
From changing skies to market shifts,
Around the world, this is BBC News.
covering all the stories that matter to you. Your news, your app.
Amazon Fire TV has so many great recommendations.
It's like it knows what we want to watch before we do.
Found this ancient book in the attic.
Oh, how about
Elves?
Vegetaria Foresteria?
Oh, elves.
This is so good.
Fire TV makes it easy.
Pater Luponius?
Anyone else in here kind of warm?
Get into more of what you're into with Fire TV.
Another episode?
She's into snorkeling and the stock market. About the same thing. She feels she's in the prime of her life right now. Her ideal man is real hairy, and she's glad that beefcake has replaced cheesecake. Please welcome Candy Warren. Hi, Candy. How are you? Nice to see you. Fine. Snorkeling in the stock market. They are kind of alike, aren't they? That's
Above
right.
and under the water. What can I say?
What's all this about hairy guys? What's
Oh,
that?
I love men with hairy chests, hairy arms, hairy faces. I just love it.
What about hair on their back? You know those guys who got hair on their back? You like that?
Well, just a little, not too grizzly bear-like. Just a little bit's okay.
Oh, okay. Now, earlier we heard Rod say that you like to watch men shave. Is that-
Oh, I love it. I just love it.
Really?
It's something that women can't do, first of all. And just
I guess so.
the whole ritual of a man putting the shaving cream on his face and taking a straight razor and shaving, it's absolutely terrific. It just really turns me on.
What is this about beefcake? Tell me
Oh,
how you feel about
I
it.
love beefcake. I think it's terrific. In the 50s, you know, Playboy came out and they were showing cheesecake of women and things like that. But now in the 70s and 80s, we women get a chance at looking at nice, attractive, strong, virile men, you know, all these hunks that are on, you know, television. It's wonderful. Posters, magazines, things
Do you
like
have that stuff? Do you get the magazines and the posters?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you and your girlfriends kind of sit around and look at them and say,
Oh, sure. Sure.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Yeah. I have a picture of one on my refrigerator that I particularly like. So.
All right, I'll buy that. Let's take a look at the men that Candy had to choose from. And remember, you're going to pick the man that you think's best for her. First, there was Michael. Michael's into yoga and weightlifting. He says he's active, health-oriented, and open-minded, and here's more about Michael.
There's so much potential when you mix love and sex. Like the opposite sex in a love situation is ecstatic, and that ecstasy is pretty strong medicine. You know, it's like the ultimate candy.
Next, there was Ken. Ken's a native Californian. He says he's honest, sincere, and hardworking. We ask him what kind of woman turns him on.
I think every woman can probably come out and excite me. It's just a question, is she going to do it? And it varies with woman to woman. Sometimes it's just her tremendous intelligence. Sometimes it's her looks. Sometimes it's her adventuresome spirit that I get really excited. And I think when I'm excited about somebody, I find that very sexy.
Finally, you watch Larry. Larry's from Chicago. He loves flying kites and romping in the surf. And he's looking for a woman who's sensuous, statuesque, and one time he found two of them.
The two girls walk over, and one of them presses her body up to mine and looks up with these gorgeous blue eyes. She says, "You are the sexiest man I have ever seen." I thought, oh, God. What's going on? But she meant it. And so they insisted that I take them home.
Now, Candy selected one of those men as her date, and we're going to show you all three men again before you vote. First, there was Michael. He's 41, and he's an engineer. Then Ken, he's president of a travel agency. He's 33. Finally, Larry, he's a 40-year-old management consultant who dreams a lot. Okay, okay, it's time for your voting machines. Please make your choice right now. Who do you think's the best man for Candy? Occasionally, I have to throw it in. All righty, the audience vote's locked in. We're going to take a break, come back, and meet the man that Candy selected. You're going to hear everything that happened on their date in about 2 minutes. Hang in there. All righty, we're back. Candy, tell us who you chose.
I chose Ken.
Chose Ken with a beard, of course. There we go. Candy and Ken haven't seen each other since the date. You've always been from both sides. Let's say hello to Ken Kakuda. Kakuda. I can't believe I really said that, Ken.
That's all right.
Kakuda, isn't it?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Get back to you in just a minute. Tell us about the date, Candy.
Oh, it was really nice. Ken and I talked on the phone a little bit before and to set up the date.
Uh-huh.
And we agreed on a Sunday afternoon brunch type date. And I thought it was really nice that he agreed to come pick me up because he lives about an hour away from where I live.
What did you think of Candy when you first met her?
Well, the name Candy, I had all of these fantasies. And I was a little surprised when I met her. And she was a little bit overweight. I guess that has to do with my fantasy.
So that had to do with your fantasy, did you say?
Probably.
Oh, good. What happened next?
Well, let me see here. Ken did drive up, and then we left my place and drove down to the marina area. I had time to talk and share in the car. So then after that, we took our little boat ride around the marina area.
Any sparks by this time?
No, but at that time I felt comfortable with him. I didn't think he was too much of a masher. I mean, I'd gotten to know him, and I didn't think that he was going to, come on too strong, which was fine.
How are you doing at this time, Ken? Everything going on?
Well, I wanted to give the date a very good chance, and I tried very hard. I think Candy at the beginning had a lot of defenses, which I expected and anticipated. But I think it was an excellent time at brunch because we talked about our interest, and I got to know her, and I think she got to know me. It was just superb.
How would you rate this date?
How would I rate the date?
Mm-hmm.
A scale of 1 to 10?
That'd be a good scale,
That would
sure.
be a good one. Okay, about a 7.
How would you rate it, Ken?
For a first date, I'd probably rate it a 10 because we really got to know each other. And I knew where she was coming from. She's a very warm, sensitive girl. I think she's looking for a particular type of a guy. I'd really rate it much higher than a 7.
Next time, bring your razor and some Let's take a look and see the audience voted for, okay? Ken's going to get his chance. Bring his razor. 76% to Ken. Now, if you would like to ask Ken to go out again, our audience decided that's who they thought you should go out with, and perhaps the second date will be even better than the first. Who knows?
He's a nice guy. I'd go out with him again.
You would like to ask him out again?
Yes, Ken, would you go out with me again?
Well, Candy, I'd love to, but in the interim, since all this program started, I ran into somebody I dated 5 years ago. And it would be very unfair to go out.
Well, I don't know whether to say I'm sorry things didn't work out or I'm glad that things are beginning to work out for you. So whatever the case, we have a nice gift for you, and thank you for coming on the show, Ken.
Thank you, and I'm sorry, Candy, maybe in 5 years.
Well, we try to do our part, and you try to do your part.
That's right.
Give me your hand.
All right.
It's okay. I just hold your hand.
All
Thanks for being
right.
on the show, honey. We're going to come right back with the next guest in just a minute. He was raised in Houston. He's into karate, weightlifting, and animal training. And he says for him, marriage is definitely out. Please welcome Gene Ellert. Hey, Gene. All right. What's that? What do you mean, Gene? I can understand not wanting to get married now, but you don't ever want to get married. Is that right?
Oh, that's not true, Chuck. That's not true. When I find the right girl, I'll get married. White picket fence, settle down, chickens and pigs, but not till now. Not now.
So you're into a lot of what they would term as macho kind of sports, right?
This is true.
Yeah. Do you think women like that about you?
Well, Chuck, between you and me, I really don't care if they like it or not.
Well, it's not only between you and me now, it's between about 40 million people out there. We just spread that around quick. If you had to describe your personality to a woman, what would you say to her?
I'm a one-on-one type person.
One-on-one, did you say?
Right.
One-on-one.
Right.
In what way?
I like I like a woman to be as real as she can be, as tangible as she can be. And if she's coming from that point, then we'll have something to talk about. And if she's not, then just keep moving.
Fair enough. Physically, about yourself, what are you proudest of?
All of me, Chuck. All of me. I like
the whole package.
Yeah, all around.
Good. All right. Let's take a look at the tapes that Jean saw. Remember, you're going to vote again. First, there was Dawn. She's from Boston. She says she enjoys the real things in life, like reading, hiking, good conversation. She prefers the macho type, and for her, the quiet approach works best.
I don't believe you have to knock real loud in order to be heard. I'm not aggressive. I couldn't come up to you and say, hi, I'm not a saleswoman. But I think in a very relaxed kind of way, I know how to get what I want, and I always end up managing to get what I want.
All right, next there was Lana. She likes to play football and softball. She says she's confident, outgoing, and picky. She's a police officer, and we asked her what her dates thought about that.
Usually the initial reaction is, you're a cop? And then they go through the whole thing just like you did. Do you carry a gun? Do you drive in one of those cars? A lot of times I get, do you drive a motorcycle? You know, all the strange questions, you know. I figure, stereotypical questions.
Finally, you watched Ann. Now, Ann's from Fort Lauderdale, and she likes bowling and board games. She says she's intelligent, petite, and attractive. She expects a man to stay in shape and keep his mind on her.
There are certain people who have that quality where they're not looking at other people while you're talking to them, and they're not, you know, looking around and feeling like you want to finish up what you're saying real fast because you're boring them to tears.
All righty, let's see all three women again. First was Dawn. She's an executive assistant. She's 25. Then Lana. She's a highway patrol officer, and she's 26. And finally, Ann. She's a 23-year-old secretary. Okay, audience, time to vote again. Please make your choice right now. Who do you think's the best lady for Jean? In your opinion? Okay, the audience made its choice. We're going to find out who Jean picked and hear everything that happened on that date tomorrow. That's our show for today. This is Chuck Woolery. Hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Some of the guests on Love Connection will receive the following: color fit stripes by Gitano, the brightest fashion denim stands your blue jean blues, jeans and skirts with cosmetic color stripes, patterns, and checks. Gitano, fashion for the times. Or naturally fresh dressing, sauces, and dips, manufactured by Eastern Foods Incorporated. We blended nature's best naturally. Or Soft Soap brand liquid soap. Conditions and moisturizes as it gently cleans. Outlasts and outdates bar soaps. Soft Soap, soap without the soapy mess. Or Hamilton Beach's Time 12-cup automatic drip coffee maker. Features Brew Start 24-hour clock timer. Also heats water for tea and soups from Hamilton Beach, Scoville. For Love Connection, this is Rod Roddy.